Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how you can set up a webhook to trigger to any kind of platform you want to. So what we are going to do is to add an HTTP block site. So this will be the HTTP block, the JSON API, and we basically need two things. We need an API endpoint that will be the webhook URL, which we can fetch from any kind of platform like Publi, Integromat, Zapier. We need to set this to post type, and then we need to fill in the JSON payload. So how does this exactly work? First thing we will need is the API endpoint. So for this, I already am inside of Integromat with an empty scenario, and I'm just going with webhook module. I'm going to go with a custom webhook, and from here, I'm just going to search for my webhook. You can also create one, and then you will get this webhook. And then copy this to the clipboard, then go over to the BotStar flow builder, paste in the API webhook, and then we need to fill out what do we want to get sent through the webhook, which we will need to automate our process, right? You will need to do this in a JSON payload. And this sounds really developer-like, but it's actually really simple. So a JSON payload is basically a open and closing curly bracket with data in between. So let's enter a few lines, and the data in between consists out of a key and a value. So for example, if we say a key would be first name, then we would have something between quotes. So we need to have quotes and then say first name. And then we have to go with a colon, and then we can insert another quote because the value also needs to be between quotes. And then we can insert variables like first name. We are going to end with a quote, and then if we want to add more data, we can do so by just adding a comma. From here, we can do a new line. So let's say we also want to go with the last name. And let's do that between lines as well. Actually, my user profile is set up for web chat, so I will just type it in manually. There we go. And then the last part will be, I also want to transfer my email. So for this, get it between quotes, colon, quotes. You can use a custom variable for this if you have captured the email, or you can just fill it in natively, like I am doing right now, for this example at least. And then end with another quote. Now, once you are at the last line of information, and the last line of data inside of a JSON payload, you are going to remove the comma from the end. So the last line of data does not contain a comma. So let's try this out. So let's go to Integromat and say, we're going to run this module once, and it's now waiting for information. So let's preview this module inside of BotStar and see if we get this information. And as you can see, information has been received and we get a 1 here. So let's take a look at how this has been exported. And as you can see, we now have the first name that's actually blank because it's a new user profile, so I did not fetch the first name yet. And we have the last name and we have the email. So if we go in and we can take a look here, the first name is actually not set. So if we want to adjust this, we can also just do this with replacing this variable with just my name. So let's just remove this and let's insert Mark instead. And let's do another run to see if the data will be fetched. So let's do run once. And then say we're going to preview this again. Test this block. And let's take a look if the data has now been exported. So as you can see, if the variable contains data, it will be exported, and otherwise you can just fill this in yourself. But you can see that you can receive webhook data with just using an HTTP call inside of BotStars. And from here, you can connect to your favorite automation platform and continue your automation the way you want to. If this video helped you, consider dropping a like because it will help me reach more people and help more people. And if you want to see more of these kinds of videos, just press the subscription button and the bell icon next to it. If you have any questions, just let me know and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day.